Okay, so we are here to do our Grandparents' Day crafts. Again, there are lots of things on the link for you, so you can do just coloring, you can do some of these other things, and also I just want to say too, reinvent the wheel. You have templates, you can do whatever you want with them. You can do finger paint, you can do stamping, you can do however you want. What's out there is just an idea starter, okay? All right, so I have a couple of sheets. Well, again, we'll get these a little bit bigger, but they're just coloring sheets, which is fun. Everybody likes to color. It's great fine motor practice. For this specific activity, we'll have a list of supplies. And I did this. My hands are a little big to do a print of, so I just traced my hands. And I was thinking, I'm actually gonna give this to a friend of mine. I got out my Valentine's stickers, and I'm gonna put a couple hearts in my hand, like I'm giving some love. So another idea, you could trace the kids' hands. They could trace their own if they're old enough. It's good practice, good fine motor. I love this. Hershey Kisses, one of my favorite. I colored mine with a gray crayon because my box of 24 didn't have silver, but I did gray. And then I used my stickers that I had, my alphabet stickers, and I put X's and O's. And that is something that is just me. When I was little, my grandmother lived in Wisconsin. I lived here in Maryland, and she and I were pen pals. And so every time we wrote a letter, card, or whatever, we put X's and O's, hugs and kisses. So I put hugs and kisses all over my Hershey Kiss. Just my own little thing. Then there is this page, which is also another fun one. I did my thumbprint with my stamp pen, but again, you could use paint. I do have a plate here with my paint on it. There's a reason. If you're gonna put the paint down, then it contains it and it's easy to throw away. We're not trying to make a mess at the house. And then I just did some coloring, so another fun one. And then, oh, I love this one. I love this one. So, I printed out my I Love You to Pieces page, and then on one, I made a little heart and I cut it into pieces and I glued it in there. Love that. This one, I did a little different. I just took my piece of paper, and I left a big piece, and I just tore it. I just tore it into pieces because, again, tearing is a great fine motor. It's a pre-writing skill. If you can pinch to tear the paper, you can pinch to color and write. You have the strength to cut. You're good to go. So cutting or tearing is a great fine motor activity. And then I just glued them on. Let me show you how I'm gluing. So I got my little piece of paper. Take my glue, I put my glue on the back side of the piece I want to glue. I take it and I put it down. I'm counting to 10 in my head, and I let go, and look, it's stuck. A little bit of glue. Don't color the page, just put it on the back. Okay, so that's all of those extra sheets, and then we have a really fun craft project. I love this. So here's the main picture, here's the heart template for you, and then the list of materials that you're going to need. So with that, you're going to want some colored paper. Actually, yesterday I made my sample, and then I ran out of paper. So when I got home and I was putting my package together, I forgot that I had paper in the basement. So I just took color colored copy paper. Whatever you have on hand. If all you have is white paper, get out the crayons or the paint or whatever you have and color it. You don't have to have fancy dancy. So I'm going to take my piece of paper so that I can make my card. I don't want to fold it in half. My card opens in this way. So I'm going to take my paper and I'm kind of going to just fold these in, and they're about even, and then I'll crease it down. So you might have to get help, kids, from mom or dad to do that part. Is it perfect? I bet if I took the measuring tape, one side is a little bit bigger. I don't care. It doesn't have to be perfect. I colored my heart. I love this pencil. It feels like crayon. So it has multiple colors together. It's red, white, and blue, as you can tell. And I love that. I actually have other ones at home. So I colored it. I'm going to cut my heart out really quick. If I don't want those black lines to show, I could cut a little bit better on the inside so they're totally gone. If I'm not as good at cutting, which Mrs. Corley is not the best cutter, then I might have those black lines showing. There we go. Good enough. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put my glue on the back side. I'm going to put that in the middle. And then I'm going to take my pencil. Again, if you're using a dark color paper, use your white crayon or your white colored pencil and trace your hand. If you're using red or something, you're going to have to push down because trust me, when I did the green yesterday, I had a hard time seeing that to cut it out. Okay, so I have my hand. Now when your card is finished, it's going to say a big hug. So you want to make sure that your hands go in there the way your hands are. I match up my hands so my thumb is in the right place. So here's my left side, it goes here. Here's my right side, it goes here. And then I have to glue it. I want to glue it so it's kind of inside the card and kind of outside the card. Again, I'm going to put my glue on what I want to put on the card. There we go. Yep, it's not going to be on the outside. Here we go. How about that? Cute. Now you get to have even more fun because you want to put your message in there. How are you going to do it? You could write it. You could use a marker. You could use paintbrush and paint it in there. You could use, if you have alphabet stamps, you could put alphabet stamps. I use some of my stickers, my alphabet stickers. Now I didn't have another G. It says a big hug. But it's a C. I can make it a G, a big hug. I wish I had my pink marker with me, but I do not. So now, there we go. It says a big hug. I put a little heart sticker in there because I had those out. And then I put my name. I said, love, Kathy. And there's my card. I'm going to give this to my mom. I don't have a grandma or grandpa left in this world, so I'm going to give my card to my mom. But if my grandma was alive, I'd stick it in the mail and mail it off to her. So that is our big craft. Again, you can use whatever materials you have at home. You could, instead of coloring that heart, you could have done a hand stamp. You could use your finger and make flowers, whatever you want to do. I hope you had a good time with me today. I certainly enjoyed being with you. Have a good one. I'll see you next month.